massive upsets, even a fight or two. It's a rivalry game that has defined both of these programs for generations. Welcome, everyone, to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. Coming out with it, it's Bennett. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. The Gamecocks offense will get first crack at it today. One of the biggest and best surprises of the 2024 season was just how good South Carolina was. That was evident when they went into Death Valley and fought until the bitter end and pulled one out against Clemson.
And South Carolina had a great season a year ago, but the cherry on the sundae was going into Death Valley and beating their rivals. Like, Clemson remembers this. Sellers takes off, takes the 20-yard scramble with a minute left. Like, Clemson made so many mistakes, was very much in the football game. But, Jesse, this one stung a year ago.
It did. This defense for Clemson, they've got to be able to get off the field. You mentioned Lenore Sellers, David. He ran the ball 16 times. He was a workhorse on the ground for South Carolina. So for the defending ACC champions, if they're going to get this win in this big rivalry game defensively, they have got to be great on third down.
From the shotgun, the inside give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. And the Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. Scanning the field, it's Sellers. Fires to the middle. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that would hit him in a quick.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Taking it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little. This rivalry dates back to 1896. It's been a little bizarre with the chicken curse, and it's a bit unusual, too, because the state school, South Carolina, isn't the perennial football power.
No, but it's kind of got its ebbs and flows a little bit back and forth. Some great coaches on both sides, but the in-state hate is beautiful.
You know, there's a lot of great rivalries, especially down in the South and the Deep South. This is one of the better ones, though, because you just never know what the outcome is going to be.
And the quarterback stuck it right in the keyhole, and they've got it down to the 30-yard line. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. A strike downfield. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
On the move from inside his spot. This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that last line of the coverage team, the only thing that stopped him from pouncing it. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another turning it on! They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll give it to him again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The game, originally held during the State Fair in Columbia as Big Thursday, was officially named the Palmetto Bowl in 2014. The trophy came a year later, replacing the old Hardee's Bowl trophy.
Very apropos, a silver palm tree for the Palmetto Bowl. That makes sense, David. This is the biggest sporting event in the state of South Carolina. I know this is a game that you and I have really enjoyed watching over the years.
I mean, so much fun, and the definition, Jesse, of hate all throughout the state, and bragging rights to whoever wins this football game and gets that trophy.
Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground.
And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on fourth down. Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Across the 25, he's got room. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Finds his big tight end. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Clemson.
And it's a really nice play call that time by the offensive coordinator because you just had an explosive run getting you down close to the goal line. I think everybody on defense was expecting them to just turn around and hand it off again. Not the case. Now you go pass. Really nice catching the defense off guard, and they get the touchdown. Bang, bang, 2 plays, 6 points on the board.
He'll bring it back from inside his spot. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
And it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Wants to go up top on first down. He wants to take the top off. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big 3rd down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Finds his man. It's Jacobs. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the
breaks it into the open. He'll work his way down to the 28. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see it, when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back in the play. Nice job by the offense, but the defense just has to recognize that a little bit sooner.
Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open, and he can make positive things happen.
Headed to the end zone. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without score. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half when you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Snags a quick pass on the left. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. For a quarterback as highly touted as Cade Klubnik was, I think he would even tell you he started slowly, but man, the progression, the improvement has been exponential, Jesse.
It has, Reese, and he's played big in big games as of late. You think back to last year's ACC championship game, and then I would argue his game against Texas, even in the loss in the playoff, that might have been his best game of the season, making throw after throw. You can see why he was so highly recruited, and if he plays up to that standard week in, week out, Clemson's going to be really tough to beat.
Rush is on him. Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. He'll do it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It doesn't matter what run play you have called, if you're running it inside or outside. If the defense gets penetration, everything is done. And you saw it on that play right there. Great job by the dude.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Clemson! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. He'll bring it out. It's Grove. Stopped at the 29, but found a little running room after coming out of the end zone. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They go to the ground. Finds his way for 3 after the 33.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll go right back to it. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Gamecocks getting set on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Showing off the arm. He's into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 47.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
Dropping back, it's Sellers. A little screen to the running back. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive.
A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Man, it's so hard to play defense nowadays. You got a strike zone where you can hit people. You get flagged for targeting. You get flagged for pass interference. That was beautiful. Great job in the end zone, making it a hard window to throw into, and when he caught it, making him feel you.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. They'll send out the kicker here. The official says no good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink when you knock it off the crossbar. Those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
They'll try the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to pass. It's Klubnik. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
He got it out to the 34-yard line. Not enough for the first down. Let's see if they punt it away. Clemson will send the punt team out. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. Buys a little time with his feet. He'll get rid of it. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
How about the linebacker breaking on the football, seeing the quarterback, the ball comes out, he moves right to where the ball's going, nice anticipation, and swats the ball to the ground.
Power football with the run. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. He's now up to 70 yards on the ground in this one and now sets his sights on a 1,000-yard season. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Sellers. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got his man all by himself. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. And the Gamecocks are rolling down the field. Catch in the middle, it's Hunt. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? The Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give to the tailback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Has to get there to move the sticks. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Gamecocks kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Snags it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into it.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. This was step 1 to getting them back in the ballgame.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Handoff from the gun. Powers through the defender. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Really good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Finding an escape route. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The new popular phrase for a favored team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Off play action. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Fires to the wideout. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? And the Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, give on the inside.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes he's...
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. He's loose down the middle. Defense picks it up. Inside the touchdown, South Carolina. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. He'll bring it out. It's Turner. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Off-play action on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the left. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
He's got an open man. There he goes. He's down at the 27. They can't stop the clock, and this is a 1st down. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. To the air, it's Klubnik. Makes the grab. The offense will quickly use a timeout. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Clemson now operating in the red zone. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. They'll try to get the first through the air. Under fire. It's a fumble on the play. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And this QB has the ability to make huge plays and scramble around and do things off schedule. But that time he coughed it up. Did a great job of getting outside the pocket, but the defense closed in, forced the fumble, recovered it. Great job by the defense.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Sends it back in motion. Throws it back. Trying to make magic with his feet. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum.
And running backs who can add to the passing game, they can be so dangerous because once they get the catch, they're operating in much more open space than they would be on a handoff. And it really also tests the linebackers' coverage ability and those DBs' tackling ability.
Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Grant near the marker. It's Bennett. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Oh, they're after him. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Gamecocks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive now? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense.
Oh, he's got some space. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
And this QB is really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill with that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
To the air, it's Klubnik. Pressure coming. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Nestled just inside that right upright. And with that, they've taken the lead.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50 plus, and he did it with ease.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Here's the handoff. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Gamecocks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Might as well stick with it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
To the air, it's Sellers. This time he's got his man. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. Throws for the tight end. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Moving out of the pocket. And they can't connect a costly turnover on downs.
I like the idea to go for it there on fourth down. You're basically at midfield, and you've got confidence in your guys to be able to go out. You've got experience in this offense. Guys have made these types of plays before. That time, the defense stepped up. They bowed up and made a better play and take over. Now you need your defense to get on the field in a sudden change situation and get you the football back.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on second down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Makes the catch. It's Williams. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Not really looking to score threes. It would have been a 50-yard field goal attempt. The offense trying to convert on fourth down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Inside 4 minutes to play here in the third. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes in the 39.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on third down here. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And he missed it. No good. It's still a three-point game after the miss.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. Makes the grab. It's Dingle. Turning it on. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And, man, that's a big-time play for this offense. This quarterback, he's put the ball in harm's way. He's already had a couple of interceptions. This ball was kind of a 50-50 ball. Nice to see the receiver make a play and get some yards after the catch. Make a big play for this offense.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Offense working from the pistol. They'll move the tight end. Using his legs, it's Howell. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Right back to the well. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Didn't Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And it's a deadlock here in the third quarter after the field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. Back to pass, it's Klubnik. Going downfield for the big play. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open.
Breaks into the open. At the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. An epic comeback. They'll talk about this one forever if they can hold on, but they're on top right now. This dude is putting on a show, taking up residence in the end zone by the air and by the ground, in keeping with what Clemson looks for in a quarterback.
Man, this is unbelievable. I mean, you've seen so many great guys run through, and Clemson majors in quarterbacks that can throw, can run, and really be dynamic, and this guy is having himself a day.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and he's shuffling and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
On third down, he drops to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Clark. Oh, what a move to get room. Open field on the right. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you backs get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Going to try to get it himself. Only a short gain on that run. Defense played it well. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? To throw, it's Klubnik. Pulls it in, it's Williams. He'll work his way up to the 24-yard line before being shoved out of bounds. It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams, Bryce, alive on third down. Looking to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. There he goes. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. Clemson jumps to the line.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like Which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again,
grabs it inside the 15. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He'll pull it on the read. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth all tied up. A third and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Under heat, he gets rid of it. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And this one is perfect. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the fourth quarter to take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all of the pressure, with all the eyeballs on him. He delivered.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Bunch formation for these receivers. Quarterback making adjustments. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. To the air, it's Sellers. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Catch in the middle. It's Hunt. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Here's a heat. Quarterback just flat, missed it, incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll leave it with him. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
They'll try to pick up a few here on 3rd down, but from here it would be a 60-yard attempt. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. The Gamecocks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Plucks it out of the air. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense.
Well, And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but has held really strong, put up some good numbers.
Touchdown Gamecocks! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
How nice is it to know, man, late in the ball game when I need it, I can keep the football on the ground, not get super complicated, pound the rock, hit in the end zone, and take the lead.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Keeps it and gets the first down. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Then they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Wants to throw. It's Klubnik. Quickly complete. He works his way to the 23 before he goes out of bounds. And the Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And off from the shotgun. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it. As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on third down. Oh, he's got some space. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be first and goal. So now the opportunity with a touchdown to take the lead. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Snowed under by the defense.
The defense was all over it. They know third down, the quarterback could be a viable threat in the run game. Played physical, played close to the line of scrimmage, made the big stop.
Powers forward. Touchdown Tigers. They move on top here in the fourth.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Gamecocks with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Got it in the middle, it's Bennett. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Got room to work. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Gamecocks can really attack on this second and short. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
And that is why this guy is a true dual-threat quarterback. You've seen him all game, hurting them with his arm, already over 200 yards passing. And how about his running ability now? And flashing that on the option play. There's a variety of ways he can take the game over, and the defense is figuring that out fast.
They'll move the wide receiver. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. The Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Quickly out to the tight end. We've reached the 2-minute timeout as time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Wants to adjust the pattern. And the Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They try to get it outside on the left. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
Grab near the marker. It's caught. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
This quarterback has just been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Great job with his decision-making. He's now got over 350 passing yards.
The Gamecocks didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Gets it to the 6.
A nice luxury for this offense to be in right now. They don't have to be in so much of a hurry. They can still run the football, be successful. Great chance right here knocking on the door to take the lead.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Touchdown, South Carolina! And inside a minute to go, they've got the lead.
Really good execution by this offense. Late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up. It's what you dream about. But now, my defense has to go on the field and give me one more stop.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Let's see what he can do with the return. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Quickly complete. How about that weight room work he's showing off there as he gets across the 20? They'll mark it at the 22. Offense takes a timeout, 27 seconds left. Looks looking to pass, and they don't have a lot of time to work with. Fires to the big fella. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Looking downfield on first down. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time? Breaking on the ball. It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Grabbed in the middle. It's Haynes. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. He's looking to pass. Here comes the heat. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing. Anytime South Carolina takes down Clemson, as it just did in this rivalry game, you can expect them to get a little bit cocky, and they deserve it. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.